Hello, 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 and happy Saturday, my favorite foodies. You've just tuned in to the Dishing with Donna show, Atlanta's only show about food, wine, and restaurants. Here to get you hungry every single weekend. The Dishing with Donna show is brought to you by We Sell Restaurants, which is the nation's leading restaurant, bar, and nightclub brokerage firm. So if you want to buy or sell a restaurant, you need to give these guys a call. You can go and get all their information at www.wesellrestaurants.com. All right, my friends, today I have got a fabulous show for you. We've had a couple reruns going on the past couple of weeks. I apologize. It's because we've been getting ready to gear up with a lot of very new, fresh, great stuff. Today, right here, we have Emily Sailors, which is from the Indigo Girls. I told you she was coming on today. I'm really excited. I put it on the blog. It's on the website. Emily from the Indigo Girls is here in studio today to talk about three things. Number one, she's going to talk about her restaurant Watershed, which is in Decatur. Number two, she's going to talk about her holiday CD. First time ever to have a holiday CD. She's going to be telling us about that. And number three, actually, she's going to be singing for us today. That's right. She is going to have a live performance of a song that she wrote off of her brand new holiday CD here at the Dishing with Donna show this hour. So if you want to go tell somebody else to tune in so that they can catch this performance, if you're an Indigo Girls fan like I am, you want to go to www.920wgka.com and you can catch everything online live right now as it's happening. Speaking of online, we got a new website that's about to be launched. It's thedonnashow.com. Starting at the brand new year, 2011, we are changing over to be The Donna Show. So this month, we're going to be walking you along the transitions with us. Okay, so I'm really excited about that, and we will be talking about that at the end of today's show. But right now, I don't want to waste any more time because I have my sponsors, We Sell Restaurants, Robin and Eric Gagnon, who are sitting right beside me right now, and we have a lot of fantastic information that we want to go over with you. A lot of very informative concepts that maybe you need to know and understand and answer a lot of your questions that have been coming through. So I wanted to devote this whole entire first piece just to them. Robin, Eric, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great, Donna.
Awesome.
That was not a delay of airtime, by the way. Now you
it was not the 5-second delay. I didn't say anything right.
Now you met Emily.
Yes, we did.
We're in the other room. Isn't she fantastic?
She is awesome.
I am so excited she's going to be singing for us today. But before we get there, you have a lot of stuff for us to talk about, and I'm really excited about it. What's going on, Robin?
Well, Donna, I'm going to ask you a personal question. You can decide whether or not to answer on the air. But have you ever tried internet dating?
No, I have not.
I knew you hadn't. You're far too gorgeous and fun to resort to internet dating. And that actually has some relevance to our topic today,
really?
Believe it or not.
How does that work, Robin? I know a lot of people who have, though, actually. And, I think everybody has dabbled around and looked at it out of curiosity, if nothing else.
Well, that's actually very interesting because we have a process about our buyers that we call the internet dating approach. Because lots of restaurant buyers don't really know what they want. They're kind of in the market for a restaurant, and so they go on all the different websites and they click on all the different restaurants for sale out there, and they send them all out to the broker, and the broker gets it and they go, oh, well, here's a great client. He's interested in a nightclub. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the same guy. He's interested in a catering restaurant. Wait a minute. That's the same fella, and he's interested in something totally different. And so you're like, this guy doesn't really know what he wants. So it's hard to help a buyer who doesn't understand what they want. So guess what? We invented a tool for that.
Okay, a tool.
This tool is called the Restaurant Assessment Tool.
Okay.
Which you can also find on our website at WeSellRestaurants.com. It's on there. It helps you. It's asking you questions, pretty much self-serving yourself, to help you navigate and say, what do I really want? I like this industry. I like this business. But what do I need or what do I want? And these questions, you answer them yourself, will give you an answer, at least a beginning answer to your quest.
So then when you go out on your quest for the exact restaurant, you're able to narrow in your focus. You can spend your time more thoughtfully with the broker and also on the different websites and actually get so that when you go to market, you're ready and no one else beats you to the challenge. So we're going to take you through some of the questions that are actually a buyer should ask themselves before they begin looking for a restaurant.
So this is how to narrow down the entire process and know exactly what to be looking for and what you need to go ahead and have outlined.
Right, absolutely. And the first thing, it's what we all focus on in terms of our pocketbooks.
Yeah. What kind of money do I want? What am I looking for? Am I looking for something that's profitable? Am I looking for something that's operating, something close? something that is new, you need to understand that. What are you looking for to begin with?
Exactly, because each one of those changes the dynamics dramatically in terms of the services you would need from a restaurant broker and in terms of the availability of inventory out there in the marketplace. So whether you need something that's going to give you cash flow today or whether you are going to provide your own menu, your own concept, and start from the ground up are two very different things. So know that before you begin going into the marketplace.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, another question that you have to think about is, do I want a restaurant, do I want to lease it? Do I want to own a restaurant that's already in the real estate? Or do I just want a piece of real estate and then convert it into a restaurant? These are three different things that can also heavily impact how you're going to finance your project. And that's important to know that up front, which we all know that about 98% of all restaurants are pretty much leased, I would say right now.
And you would go over this, obviously, with your potential client of all the different pros and cons to lease versus to buy.
Exactly. You know, for example, someone that wanted to buy a restaurant may do that because they could get a loan on the real estate or leverage their purchase for later years. And think about it, as their restaurant's producing an income, they're actually paying down that asset. So when they're ready to retire and they hire We Sell Restaurants to sell their restaurant, and also that real estate, that's like having this giant 401k that they've been paying down all these years.
Again, makes sense.
We tell our clients normally, the restaurant itself supports your lifestyle until you're ready to retire. And once you're ready to retire, your real estate will either by selling it or by leasing it becomes your retirement.
Okay. Wow. What else?
That's deep talk.
Yeah. The other question you want to ask yourself, and this is really where most people start and they can get confused, is what kind of restaurant do I want? You know, are you a trained chef, in which case upscale or fine dining might make sense to you? Or are you the kind of fellow that likes to stay out and knows, that has tasted every draft beer known to man, then maybe a sports bar fits your profile.
Or if you like some friend of ours, you like to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a nightclub is more suited for you than breakfast place, because a breakfast place you'll be up at 4, and go to bed probably at 7 o'clock at night.
So you already need to have the vision of exactly the genre of what you want.
Well, because...
Or category.
Exactly, because, when you buy a restaurant, that's a lifestyle decision. It impacts more than just you personally. If you're in a relationship, if you have a family, if you have children, all of those people are impacted by your choices as well. So all of this kind of leads you back to make sure you're making a good lifestyle decision for yourself and for your family. You need to ask yourself, the next question on our assessment is, how much money do I need to make? If you're going to support a family, there's a certain amount of income that you need in order to make sure there's food on the table.
And this isn't like, what money do I want in some big dream scheme. This is a reality of what you must make in order just to survive.
Exactly.
And then everything else comes after that.
Exactly. And that means that you can then focus your search exactly on that, understand what the price point is, and it makes it much more of a realistic situation for you.
Quick one is also, how much experience do you have? For instance, if you no experience to somebody that's been in the industry all their life and ready to buy their own. It's also going to impact the way you're going to finance your restaurant. If you have no experience right now, the Small Business Administration will not be able to guarantee a loan for you.
But let me stop and preface, you can make a successful restaurant even if you have never been a restaurant owner before.
Absolutely.
We Sell Restaurants, you actually specialize in taking those people and walking them through the process. So don't be afraid by all of this, because I know it can sound intimidating, all this information and the things that you have to go ahead and plan, but that's why you guys are here and do what you do.
Exactly. That's a great point. And you should ask yourself, if I'm in charge of my own destiny and I'm going to own my own business, what days and hours do I want? I mean, we touched on this before. If you're a night owl, then make sure that you definitely don't look at catering businesses where everything has to be out the door by 9 in the morning. Ask yourself a question about alcohol. Don't buy a sports bar. Start looking at sports bars if, in fact, your religion prohibits you from the sale or use of alcohol.
It's almost like a personality profile, what fits you.
Yes. And here, we'll circle back around to the internet dating thing, because you want to ask yourself, what is your relationship status? Are you married? Do you have small children? Well, then again, a sports bar or nightclub's probably not going to be a fit. If you're single, then your time is your own. If your partner's going to work with you in the business, that has an impact on which restaurant.
If your girlfriend, your wife says, hey, I can't, I don't want you to work nights and weekends, this might not be the right thing for you.
The last couple of questions are easy because you just want to know how much money you have on hand to make the purchase and how quickly or how close to your home you want your restaurant to be. So we encourage you to go to our website, click on the link on the home page that says Restaurant Assessment Tool, think through these questions, and then you'll be like our brand new buyer just opened up. We just came back from a wonderful friends and family event at Cafe Hortensia.
And they brought me food.
Yes.
57 Forsyth Street, downtown Atlanta.
Right there in the Healy building. And I'll tell you what, this is fantastic food too. So, you know, this is a lady who has no formal background in restaurant business, but has a great product out there. So
And a passion for food.
Yes. So
Okay.
ladies, check her out.
And all of this information, you can go and to your website, WeSellRestaurants.com. It again is the restaurant assessment tool, correct?
That's
And
right.
call us. We'll help you with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can get all their information through me as well, Dishing with Donna. And thank you guys for helping us through that. I mean, that's a lot of, it's logical when you think about it, but at the same time, somebody just needs to point you to open your eyes in that direction.
Exactly.
That's what you guys do. All right, we are coming back. My favorite foodies with Emily from the Indigo Girls, who owns the Watershed. We're going to get personal with her in just a second, so do not touch that dial.